Now it's time for Rabbi Bill Kaplan, Executive Director, Shalom Institute in Malibu, California. When Bill was 24, following his two sisters who made Aliyah, Bill bought a one-way ticket to Israel to attend the World Union of Jewish Students one-year program. It was while hiking in the Sinai Desert with his father that Bill heard an inner voice saying three words, "Get a job." Or perhaps that was his father. A few weeks later, Bill returned to Los Angeles. After a bad interview, Bill drove back to West Los Angeles and on his left saw the West Side JCC. Bill started there as registrar of the camp, and the rest is history. Inspired by what he saw in Israel through his many visits, Bill created Shemesh Farms Social Enterprise, an initiative he will present today. In Deuteronomy, we learn that if there be among you a person with needs, you shall not harden your heart, but you shall surely open your hand. The Shemesh Farms initiative certainly does that and more.
All right. Thank you. Hello, sharks. I've wanted to do this. I want $600,000 investment and 20% stake in Shemesh Farms. What do you say? All right, here we go. So, Shemesh Farms. In 2012, the Jewish Federation of Greater Los Angeles took me on one of the first missions of its type to go visit Israel to see what was going on, employment and housing opportunities for young adults with developmental disabilities and diverse abilities. And I came back very inspired after visiting two kibbutzim that were doing some of that work. They had created social enterprises. Came back, and one of our campers who grew up at Camp JCA Shalom, or overnight camp, Neil Katz, had him come up to work at our Shemesh Organic Farm in Malibu, where 200 Shalom Institute was 220 acres in Malibu. It will be again. And to come work on the farm. A year later, the Jewish Federation, with funding, we had 5 farm fellows. We were able to employ 5 farm fellows with meaningful, wonderful employment. And let me tell you about it. So what is Shemesh Farms? It is a social enterprise that we employ right now 60 young adults with developmental disabilities and diverse abilities. They come and work actually on the farm. They create beautiful products, salts, herb blends, infused salts. We have also honey. I have some product for you to sample. This is for you.
You won.
All kosher certified. There you go. All kosher certified. Our employees, our Shemesh Farm fellows, are involved in every aspect of the business, from branding to coming up with the names. You can see some of them. Shofar, so good for Hanukkah, for Rosh Hashanah. Whole lot of love for Hanukkah. We have Karpas Diem for Passover. They work to cultivate the blends, to create them, to cook the salts, from packaging to marketing to everything. ShemeshFarms.com, by the way, is our shopping site. You can order these products. Are they good, Daron? Fantastic. Amazing. He's a member of the Shemesh for the Taste of the Month Club. And we're so excited that we're able to actually offer meaningful employment that is therapeutic as well. We also have Shemesh Farms experiences where they actually have culinary arts, farming, garden arts, studio nature arts. They're able to also interact with typical young adults. And after the fire, we actually moved to Malibu Jewish Center and Synagogue 2 weeks after the fire, and we realized, having 6 new tower gardens and a 1/8 of an acre space, that we were able to actually do this, and we would like to do this all over the United States at JCCs around the country. And you can see the list here. By mega ideas is mega funding. And very quickly, we are at, you're done. I'm done. Okay. You're up. Time goes by fast.
So my first question to you is, so you're saying the way that you'd like to scale this is through the vertical farms, potentially for those that don't have land to use for horizontal farms.
Say that again.
So you're saying that the way that you'd like to scale this across the country is through the vertical farming?
Vertical farming and even a small space garden space. Well, we discovered at Malibu Jewish Center and Synagogue that we could create Shemesh Farms and not need the 200 acres of land that we have in Malibu. You can do it on a very small scale in a JCC, in the community. Very easily be replicable in those areas.
In one sentence, what's the Shalom Institute? Is that a JCC?
Shalom Institute is JCC. We are a year-round experiential Jewish education center. and retreat center. Overnight camp is Camp JCA Shalom. And we run year-round programs for the LA Jewish community.
Last question, I guess. Why are you not co-branding this with Shalom Institute?
It's a program of Shalom
I
Institute.
know, but there's nothing on here that says Shalom
Oh, it
Institute.
did on the very beginning, the first slide.
But on this, there's nothing that says Shalom
It's
Institute.
inside when we send out packaging and information. So,
Is it seasonally linked? That is, LA is year-round, but in Cleveland, we get snow.
but you could do actually things inside, hydroponic, the aquaponics as well. You can also do inside. You don't need actually the sun to do that.
What's your budget?
Budget's $180,000.
And that's for 60 people?
60 people, 60 farm fellows that work part-time.
And what's your sales?
Sales, well, prior to the fire, we kind of got thrown off key. This year we did $15,000. And our hope is this next year we'll go back on track and be $50,000. We didn't start creating product again until March or April when we were able to create the new site. The rest of the funding is through the Jewish Federation, Jewish Community Foundation, another foundation that supports it.
Does the money come back into Shemesh Farms?
Yes. Oh, yes.
It comes back in return.
Everything comes back into Shemesh Farms.
And are the fellows paid?
The fellows are paid.
And that's what the money goes, that's what this 180?
That's what the 180. That includes the fellow salaries.
What are they paid?
They make minimum wage, so $15 an hour. We have partner also with different organizations in Los Angeles, EDA, some other ones that some of them are volunteers. They don't want to get paid per se because of their funding through the
State.
regional through the state. So there are some that are getting gift cards and other things.
Do you think there's any potential for the JCCs I see you want to expand. Have you done any market research with the JCCs across the country to see if they're interested?
We have not done it yet. That's why I'm here. I'm hoping they're all inspired that they'll want.
And
We
if-
talked last night. I
and
talked
if-
with, yeah.
So the basic cost for the infrastructure in terms of managing the packaging and all the things that go with that, so would you be able to say to a JCC, we have a package for you that includes the farming instruction, the bottling, the marketing, everything that you need? It's a co-brand, would it be co-branded?
We'd actually
How
like
does-
to be able to teach them to do it themselves, and whether they call it Shemesh Farms or they're just employing young adults with developmental disabilities, and 85% of our young adults are Jewish. We would love, if we have 200, you do the math, in 30 years, look how many young adults are having meaningful employment. That's what's important to us, and we'd love to help out through consulting and helping them get it off the ground, because it's actually very easy to do and very easy to replicate.
What's the population at risk that you could serve in LA itself? How big can you get in LA itself?
How big can we get on ours? We're at the scale right now where it could go bigger. We're actually looking in LA and we're talking with the Jewish Federation about expanding Shemesh Farms to 3 or 4 more sites. We've talked to the West Side JCC as well as other locations. So we think we could have sort of 300 to 500 just in Southern California.
Have you worked yet at all with leash tag?
Yes, very involved. I'm on the board of the Jewish Community Farmers, and we're connected. They were funding through the Jewish Community Farmers Initiative a strategic planning for Shemesh Organic Farm. When we got knocked off site, they actually repurposed the money so we could use it, because we're creating a partnership with Malibu Jewish Center and Synagogue being on their site. That's part of our model that we want to replicate, because we could partner with a JCC could partner with somebody else. So
What's the age of the participants?
18 to 35, but mainly 18 to 25 is the core number.
And that fellowship is a 1 year?
No, they have employment until they don't want to have employment.
Okay, you have 1 minute to close.
So I want to actually follow with the question is that what we discovered with Shemesh Farm is we're also developing life skills. So some of our fellows have, at the beginning, we're like, oh, we want them to stay forever. Then all of a sudden, someone got a job at Dodger Stadium. Someone got a job at a chocolate gelato place. Some of them are working there and working with us. So that's really one of the things that we are proud of, that we're just, if they move on, great, that we've given them something for them. So Sharks, I hope you invest. It's really meaningful. It's really amazing. If you can come out and visit, Daron came out this summer, saw it firsthand. It's impactful, powerful, therapeutic, and I think a benefit. And our hope is it will get to all these places over the next 30, 40 years, a benefit to our Jewish community in general. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.